Hey guys, so I just got out of the shower and I probably look like fucking shit, but I want to make this video because this is something I haven't really ever gone too in depth about on YouTube. And it's something that I really wish I could just move on from and fucking forget, but unfortunately today this affected me and it kind of ruined my day a little bit and kind of been spiraling and like I'll get into it. Basically, when I was a kid, I was probably like 10 years old. I was in, I guess you could call it an accident. I had an injury, right? And it has kind of just haunted me for the last fucking 20 years. Like, I was like 10, I'm almost fucking 30. And so it's insane. Basically, what happened was I was on a camping trip when I was like a kid. And me and my family, we all love riding like quads, and like off-roading vehicles, shit like that, and like, you know, going off jumps and like stupid shit, racing, whatever, like I always grew up doing that stuff, like going to the dunes or, and we'd take all our stuff to Mexico and like we'd ride around and whatever. Like I love doing that stuff growing up. Anyways, I was on a camping trip and my dad brought this thing called a Ranger, which is, if you guys know what a Razor is, it's kind of like that, but Razors are like cooler. So we had a Ranger and it was like this off-roading vehicle and I was in the back seat with my cousin and two of my other cousins were in the front seat and we were camping, driving it around, I don't know, going ham, having fun, right? And me and my cousin were literally in the process in the back seat of putting our seatbelt on because it was like one big seatbelt that like strapped everybody. It was kind of weird. We were literally in the process of putting their seatbelt on, and my cousin driving decided to go off a fucking jump that probably shouldn't have gone off of, or we should have had our seatbelt on. I don't really know. I flew up, my face hit the roll cage, which is like the metal bar, like in case you roll. And my teeth like shattered, and I just remember like closing my mouth and just feeling like sharpness, like my teeth just felt jagged, and I guess I could feel like my upper teeth on like my lower lip just like all sharp and like freaked me out. And I was like, guys, whatever. Like I was like freaking out, right? Okay, now that I'm thinking about it, I've actually had a lot of facial injuries. Like I've broken my nose, I've broken my cheekbone. I had this incident, which I'm not even gonna talk about, which was crazy, where like my fucking lip basically got ripped off and you could like pull my lip down and see like my chin bone. It was crazy. So like it tore all the way down. But yeah, I've had a lot of crazy fucking facial and dental issues in my fucking life. So anyways, this whole situation kind of ruined that camping trip. I went straight to a dentist, got my teeth repaired, right? And that was seemingly the end of it, right? I was just a little kid and I was like, great, I'm set, right? No. Throughout junior high and high school, I would randomly get this sensitivity in this area of my face, right? It was like under my nose, above my tooth, just like right here. And I would just kind of ignore it, but it would go on for a couple days and kind of just like go away. And then one day in like fucking 2019, this is when I was, I was in my 20s, my early 20s, and I just got this like excruciating fucking pain in my face right here. And it would not go away. I kind of thought it would because this had happened in the past, and it hurt so bad that I couldn't sleep. I could not find fucking relief. I was like literally fucking suffering. Nothing I could do would really help it. It was so crazy. I literally had a giant abscess form in the roof of my mouth. It was like a fucking bubble that was like that big. And I used to pop it. I had this fucking like needle thing and I would pop it and like squeeze all the shit out. I know it's gross. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I did. And yeah, I ended up going to an endodontist, got some x-rays, and this was where like the crazy shit happened. Was they did one of those 3D x-rays where like it goes around your head, then on the computer you can see like a rendering of your skull basically. And literally there was like a portion of my fucking jaw and skull that was like gone, like it was like missing. which is fucking crazy. And I wish I had like pictures of that that I could show you, but I was just like, what the fuck, bro? Okay, so I just realized I never explained why this really happened. The only explanation I ever really got was the trauma to my face caused long-term damage. It was much more than just my teeth chipping. It was like the bones and stuff just got damaged. I don't know. And over time, it just got worse and worse and like basically started deteriorating. So that was really the only explanation I got. So basically, they're like, okay, we gotta do root canals. And so they gave me, this tooth also died. My front right tooth actually was dead at that point. And I noticed it in the mirror when I looked at that tooth, it looked like darker. All the nerves and shit or whatever were like dead and it turned gray. And so I had to get like, I got like 3 root canals on like my front 3 teeth, and they popped that fucking abscess at the endodontist and like the whole office. It was so embarrassing. They were all around like taking pictures, filming. It was so embarrassing and it hurt so, oh my God. I have not thought about that in a minute, but that shit hurt. I wasn't numb or anything and they were just fucking pushing on it. Holy shit, it hurt. And just having all these people around me watching, like it was terrible, you know? And so, yeah, after I got the root canals and all that shit done, I thought I was good. You know, the pain went away. I was like, oh, it's fixed. Perfect. Love that for me. You know, I'm so glad I fixed it finally. Like, oh. So I think another 3 years goes by. And this was in like 2022, 2023. I remember it was the year that Melanie Martinez released her Portals album because I remember driving to the fucking endodontist listening to it. This pain came back. I started to feel this sensitivity and pain consistently in my face and it scared me. I'm like, why the fuck is this coming back? I thought I fixed it. I thought all that infection was drained out or whatever the fuck it was, you know? They said when they were doing the root canals, like all this pus was coming out, all this crazy shit, right? So I freaked out and I didn't live in the same state anymore. So I had to find a new endodontist because I started panicking, and I basically called up this endodontist near me, waiting for a consultation. He did an x-ray, basically told me the guys that did my shit before did like a bad job. And they didn't do like half the shit they were supposed to. So went in for a surgery called an apicoectomy, where they go through your gums, they cut the roots of your teeth off. I had like a big, and I have a full like video. I put it on my Instagram actually. Maybe I'll put it in here, of him explaining what he did.
Cleaned out all that tissue inside there. There's another one. We're working on this one. Let's just taking pictures. Now this one, here's a little hole in the end of the root, right? And then you look in my little mirror here and look up into it. It's bleeding in there. I didn't like that, so I did another one. See how nice and clean it is now?
Oh yeah.
Inside, and then we filled it so there's nothing inside there. I don't like that in there. Okay? Okay, and now each one of the 3, 6, 9, 12. So you can see how big it is. Each one of those little markings is 3 millimeters. Okay?
So was that hole there before or no?
The hole wasn't there, but all behind it's kind of like the drywall is a bone, and behind it there's nothing in between there except for those studs. There's nothing behind there except for soft tissue. I cleaned all that goo out of there.
There's a lot of pus and stuff.
Yeah, it was lined. It was basically it was like a balloon. You know how the rubber part is on the outside and the air is on the inside, and on the inside of yours is just pus.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's cyst.
Crazy.
It's like a cyst, and it's never going to heal. Okay, it just won't heal. Okay, it just gets bigger. Okay, and I'm measuring it, you know, all kinds of ways, so you can kind of see how deep and big and blah 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 it is. Now you have the retrofill. See the little white thing? Okay, so it's all nice and tidy. You can see it's not bleeding. Once you get out all the ugliness in there, it stops bleeding. You know, so you know you pretty much got it out when you did that. So it's tidy. It's very clean. Bone graft.
Whoa.
All the little particles. There's your membrane over
wow.
it. Okay, and that membrane will go away in about 90 days.
That's like inside. Like,
underneath the tissue.
Okay.
Okay, and then here you are at the end.
Wow. That's crazy.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
And you get to keep your teeth.
Great. Even though I was allegedly numb for that shit, it hurt so bad. If you've ever like broken a tooth or anything, you have that like feels like cold air going past your teeth and it hurts. It was like that, but like times 100 because they were using that suctioning device like through my gums at the base of my fucking tooth, cutting that shit off and then sucking shit. Oh my god, bro, it hurt so bad that the numbing did not fucking help. So anyways, they fixed my teeth, fixed my fucking face finally, and I was like sick. I got like bone grafts. I got bone now. And he said there was just a bunch of shit in there, a bunch of pus and whatever built up, and he cleaned it all out. And I was so glad. You know, I was like, oh, great. So another 2 years has gone by. That leads me to the last 3 days. And I'm starting to feel this pain in my face again. And like, I'm starting to panic a little bit. Because I'm like, holy shit, will this ever be something that I can just fucking move on from and like be free from, you know? Like, am I just gonna have to keep getting these fucking expensive procedures and stuff? And thankfully back then I had insurance and I don't now, you know, like I got that shit through my ex and we're not together. Like I don't have fucking insurance. All the platforms that I make content for don't fucking give me shit. You know, if anything, they just like take all your money. But yeah, so now I'm scared. If this shit doesn't get better in the next few days, I'm gonna go get a consultation, I guess, and see what's going on. And I hope it's just some kind of minor inflammation. It'll go away. I don't really know, but it's scary, dude. Like I feel pain in this part of my face and I feel like this instant like anxiety. And it's just scary. Like all the pain, all the procedures that I've had to go through to get to this point for it just to come back. Like, bro. And don't get me wrong, I know there's people that have had like way worse things happen to them and like that sucks, right? But this is just my struggle. I seem like it feels like I can't catch a break with my dental problems ever. My whole life. Even when I was a little kid, like I would always have like cavities, I had root canals. Like I said, I had that crazy situation where my lip got like ripped off, broken facial bones. Apparently my skull's like fucking dissolved, like disintegrated. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about it. I guess rant about it. It's late and I'm kind of like, I guess I'm in my feels and like just wanted to vent about it, you know? But that's kind of what's going on. Luckily, it's not bad. Like it only really hurts if I like press on it. I noticed it because I would like blow my nose and I would kind of like, you know, you drag the fucking tissue down the side of your face and it would hurt. And I was like, shit, bro. And so now I'm honestly scared. Like, I just want this shit to be over. Hoping that it's nothing serious, but yeah. This injury has literally haunted me for the last 20 years. That's bizarre. That's like 2/3 of my life. And it just like never goes away. Who knows what the fuck is going on in my face right now? Maybe there's fucking pus forming or an infection or something. Knock on wood. Like I don't want that shit to happen. But who knows? There's not really a happy ending because I guess I'm struggling with that shit still. Like it's sad. I was so happy today because the new Overwatch Spotlight update came out or whatever. And I was watching that right when I woke up and I was like so happy. I was like, holy shit. Like this is gonna be so dope. And then I get up to like go to the bathroom, blow my nose, and I'm like, holy fuck, my face hurts. Praying that it's nothing serious, but anyways, that is all. Thanks for watching, guys. Do you guys have any crazy injuries that have affected you long term? I don't want to feel alone in this, but maybe I am. I know things could be worse. I know I could have like cancer or, you know, crazy stuff. I've had family members that have like brain tumors and stuff. Knock on wood. I obviously not trying to manifest that stuff, but there's more serious things. But like dental work and dental surgeries and procedures have just been, or just oral procedures in general, like have just been hell for me, you know, throughout my whole fucking life, I swear to God. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. I just kind of want to talk about it. Have a good rest of your night, and I'll talk to you guys later.